चालू करो. Hello everyone, welcome back in Hotel Mammon video lecture. Myself Arvind Chauhan, Assistant Professor, BBD University, Lucknow. I'm here to deliver a lecture on your food and beverage service, which is given topic.
Okay, so welcome to the next video of your second unit, which is the traditional spirits. Now in this video, we will learn about the presentation of tequila, production of tequila, what are the tequila fruits, how tequila is made, what are the examples of tequila, how it's categorized. So these are the things, these are the learning of objectives we have to learn in this chapter, right? So let's start with the tequila. Okay, so tequila is basically from the Mexico. So tequila originated in Mexico. All right. Tequila made from agave plant, which contain pina. Agave plant is the plant by this tequila is made. This is produced in Mexico. All right, and which contain pinas. Pina is the agave plant fruit after removing the leaves. Right. Primary made in the city of Tequila in Jalisco. Jalisco is a city which is there in Mexico. So, primarily made in the city of Tequila in Jalisco, Mexico. Developed in the region with volcanic soil. Volcanic soil. Developed in a region with volcanic soil. So, soil should be the volcanic. Highland agave are large and sweet in aroma and taste. So there is a varietal of agave, which is a highland agave, are large and sweet in aroma and taste. Lowland agave are more herbaceous, fragrance and flavor. Contain about 38% alcohol, but can range between 31 to 50% in US. It must contain at least 40% alcohol. In the US, it must contain 40% alcohol. Okay. So tequila, where is from? Tequila is from. Tequila is a Mexican liqueur distilled from the fermented juice of blue agave, green tequila Weber. It is also the mahogany or blue mezcal in Mexico. To be legally labeled in as tequila, it must come from the area surrounding Tequila, which is about 65 kilometers west of Guadalajara in the taste of Jalisco, state of Jalisco. Mexico in a very limited area in the state of Guanajuato, Maconacia, Narit, and Tamaulipas are mineral-rich volatile soil of foothills. Of the Sierra Madres, Jalisco has the largest production of tequila. Quality tequila is distilled from 100% of agave, but Mexican law permits tequila distilled to mix other sugar such as corn sugar with agave to the maximum limit of 49% during fermentation. It means that to label a drink as tequila, it must have minimum of 51% distillate obtained from agave tequiliana Weber. Most tequila is bottled at 37 to 40% alcohol by volume. And one more thing I want to tell you here, there is a one beer which is from Mexico. What is the name of the beer is? Corona. So Corona is from Mexican beer, and the Corona is made by the corn. So how the corn made with Corona? And also one more thing about the Corona is it is a sweet beer. So corn beer is a sweet beer. Okay. So you have seen agave plants made by the blue agave plant. primarily from Mexico, develop the region with volatile soil. There is two land, one is highland and one another is lowland. Lowland agave are the most herbaceous and fragrance and flavor, and highland agave is large and sweet in aroma and taste. Contain about 38% alcohol, but can range between 31 to 50%. In US, it must contain at least 40% alcohol. Okay. So again, the origin, the first produced in 16th century in the city of Tequila, Mexico. So it is first produced in 16th century in the city of Tequila, Mexico. As it, I think people start making it. Spanish learned from them and start making it from above. So Spanish also learned from the Mexican people and they start making the agave plant. Don Pedro first mass production in the Jalisco. So Don Pedro first mass production in the Jalisco. Don Zenobia Soja first exported the tequila to US by shortening the name from tequila extract to simply tequila. So Don Zenobio Soja first imported the tequila to the US by shortening the name from tequila. So what do you need to remember? You need to remember it is originated in 16th century in Mexico and it's first exported in USA. The name of the export tequila is Don Senbio Soja. Okay. So how it is made? The point is the question arises how the tequila is made. So the tequila is made by the several steps. So one by one we will come to everyone. Harvesting, cooking, extracting, fermentation, after the fermentation distillation, after distillation the aging, after aging is bottling. So these are the basic system for making spirits or a tequila. Harvest the blue agave plant. See here, this is the how the blue agave plant look like. It's similar to the pineapple. Okay, the person who's cutting the leaves after the cutting leaf is known as the pinas. Pina is a fruits of agave plant. Then the cooking, then the extracting, then fermenting, distillation, aging, and bottling. The here this is roasted peanuts. Here is crushed, then it's boiled, fermented, then it's distilled, then it's aging, then it's bottling. So as you can see, the harvesting, then the cooking, okay, then the extracting. After extracting, fermentation. After fermentation is distillation. After distillation is aging, then the bottling. All this stuff you can see here. This is a very important slide. Okay, great. Next is harvesting. Okay, one by one go to the in detail. What is harvesting? Jimadors. Jimadors harvested agave. Jimadors क्या होते हैं sir? What is jimadors? It is an important point. Okay, just I'll let you know what is jimadors. And another one is using a special knife called koa. Using a special knife is called koa. Pina is cut into half during process. Pina is cut into half during process. And about jimadors, basically jimadors is a type of Mexican farmer who harvests agave plants. So jimadors is a type of Mexican uh, farmer who harvests the agave plant using a special knife called koa. So you seen in using a special knife is called koa. The person you can see here is using a special knife is called koa. Pina is cut into half during process is called pina. It's a fruit. If harvested too late or too early, the peanuts will not have the right amount of carbohydrate for fermentation. Okay. So just I'm sharing you another slide. Okay, here you can see this is just extracting the juice of peanuts, then juice being pumped into the fermenting tank wet. Okay, then the fermentation process converts the sugar into the carbon dioxide and alcohol. So you can see here that the fermentation process converging of sugar into carbon dioxide and alcohol. Right. I like to show you one more thing here. This is the cooked agave hot before it crushed and felt. See here, this is how the agave plant is cut. This is matured heart of pina. This is the pina. There's a word pina. So after cutting the leaves of agave plant is called pina, right? And this is the blade. This is the blade is known as koa. Okay, this is the knife. It's a kind of knife. All right, this is the plant. So I hope it is clear now to everyone. This is the mature heart of pina, and pina being transferred to the roasted chamber. It is after cutting the pina is being transferred to the roasted chamber. Traditional brick on oven used for cooking peanuts. Cook the agave hard before it crushed and filled. Okay. This is a shredded pina. The juice is being pressed out and grilling milling. All right. So what we are discussing? Jamidors, the farmer name of in Mexico. Using a special knife is called koa. You have seen in the previous slide. Pina you have seen. This is the pina, right? If harvested too late, too early, the plant will not have the right amount of carbohydrate for fermentation. Okay. Then the cooking. After harvesting pina are cooked in oven, they slow break their fructan into fructose. So this is the how they roast is been roast. All right, this is the big chamber to roast the peanuts. They need to cut the peanut in different pieces in equal pieces, right? Then you have seen a stack the juice. Baked peanut are crushed and mashed under a stone wheel called tahona. The fiber left over called bagazo is used for animal feeding. The fiber left over called bagazo is used for animal feeding. Okay. Some product producers, but little quantity of bagazo is future processed for a stronger flavor. So in some producer may you can use for give the stronger flavor to the tequila. Okay. So then is the fermentation process. In the fermentation process, converging of sugar and carbohydrate to alcohol through yeast. Conversion of sugar and carbohydrate to alcohol through the yeast. Fermentation could take up to 7 days, but the usage of inoculum speed up to the rate and complete process in 20 hours to 3 days. So this is the timing of fermentation process. It will took 3 days, and one more thing, if there is a maximum amount of ripeness is there and if there are, so you will not get the optimum amount of carbohydrate for the fermenting process. All right. Then the tequila is distilled in pitch. Ferments are separately by heat and steam pressure within a stainless steel pot, still or distillation tower. Distillation tower. Right? Tequila is distilled in which ferments are separated by heat. Fermented are separated by heat and steam pressure within a stainless steel pot, still or distillation tower. While some tequila are distilled, while some tequila are distilled 3 times. While some tequila are distilled 3 times, the majority are only distilled twice. First distillation for few hours, 20% alcohol. First distillation for few hours, 20% alcohol. Second distillation for 3 to 4 hours, 55% alcohol. Second distillation for 3 to 4 hours, 55% alcohol. So after the distillation, this is the distillation process, this is the cheating, yeah. Gas stove with the pot, this is the evaporation condenser is stored, right? The point is, remember here, the while some tequila are distilled 3 times, the majority are only distilled twice. First distillation for a few hours, 20% alcohol. Second distillation for 3 to 4 hours, 45% alcohol, right? So after the production of distillation, what we do? Next step is aging. Okay. So what is aging? Aging are French and American white oak barrels that have previously been used to age bourbon whiskey. Alright. Aging are French and American white oak barrels that have previously been used to age bourbon. The longer the tequila ages, the more color and tannins the final product will have. The longer the tequila age, the more color and tannins the final product will have. The condition of the barrel, such as their age, previous use, and if their interior have been burnt or toasted, will also affect the tequila taste. Aging are French oak, so tequila is aging in French or American oak, which is previously been used to uh, age bourbon. The longer the tequila is, the more color and tannins the final product will have. So the important point is if you age longer tequila, you will get a good quality of final product, right? The condition of the barrel, such as their age, previous use, and if their interior have been burnt or toast, will also affect the tequila taste. So, what do you mean by the burnt and toast? Toast. This is the kind of you have to you have to. There is a barrels. Barrels is should be burnt, interior burnt, right? So the toast. So inside you have to do the like a charcoal burn. Then it's give the smoky woody flavor to the taste to the tequila. Okay. All after the aging, what we do is bottling. All 100% agave tequilas must be bottled in the design designated Mexican region and must bear on their labels. Hepo in Mexico, made in Mexico. None non 100% agave tequila or mixed stores can be sold and bottled anywhere throughout the world. Non 100% agave tequila or mixtos can be sold and bottled anywhere throughout the world. Right? Next, do you know how the tequila is made? Silver is known silver or blanco, gold or oro, reposado, anejo, and estanejo. What is the meaning of this? See, silver or blanco. Silver or blanco. It is a clear and typical unaged. It is clear and typical unaged. It can be bottled directly after distillation. It can be bottled directly after distillation process. So silver or blanco means there is no aging process, maybe. It is clear and unaged. There is no aging process. In silver or blanco, there is no aging process. It is a tequila without aging, or it is very clear without any color. Some blanco are kept for a little time of wax, lens, oak, or stainless steel container, which reduce the harshness. That is very common with blancos. They are also called plata, silver. This is also called a plata and silver. So what do you mean by the blanco and the silver is there is no aging process. This is unaged. This can be directly bottled from the distillation process after the distillation process. Okay. This is a Jos Dervo special silver. Our next is the gold and ojo. Gold and ojo. Meaning of the gold and ojo. Gold tequila is typically a mixto. Gold tequila is a mixto where colorant and flavoring have been added prior to bottling. So prior to bottling, the gold prior to bottling may be flavored to add it, right? Gold color comes from the feather. Either the tequila was aged in barrels that gave it a brownish hue, or more often caramel or coloring was added to give it gold hue. Right? There are two matters. Gold color comes from the either the tequila was aged in barrels that give it the brownish hue, or more often caramel or coloring was added to the give it the gold hue. So see the color here. This is the bottle of tequila gold and oro. It either the caramel or the aging or adding some coloring agent. Right. And next is reposado. What is reposado? Reposado. It is aged in oak cask for a period of 2 months to 1 year. The sun of use for maturing bourbon whiskey may be used for aging tequila. This process mellow the tequila and add color to the some extent. So what happens in reposado tequila? A reposado tequila is the first stage of restricted and aged. So reposado is the first stage of restricted and aged. Aged in wood barrels or storage tank between 2 to 11 months. Aged in wood barrels or storage tank between 2 to 11 months. See the water is Roca Patron Reposado. Again I'm reading Reposado. It is aged in oak cask for a period of 2 months or 1 year. The some casks used for maturing bourbon whiskey may be used for aging tequila. The process mellow tequila or add color to some extract. Next is anejo. Anejo. Anejo means aged. Aging for at least 1 year is called an age. It is aged for a minimum period of 1 year, but less than 3 years in government-controlled oak casts, which add color and mellow the spirit. Aging for at least 1 year, barrel do not exceed 1600 liters. Darkness the tequila to an amber color, and the flavor can become smoother, richer, and more complex. Right? So darken the tequila and amber color, and flavor can become smoother, richer, and more complex. More complex, right? So this is all about the anejo. Anejo means age. So minimum aging process should be the 1 year. Maximum is not more than 3 years. And barrel do not exceed 600 liter. Darkness the tequila to amber color, and flavor can become smoother, richer, and more complex. Complex, right? So which is the how it's do it. And another one is extra anejo. Extra anejo means extra age. Extra anejo means the extra age, right? A new classification added in the summer of 2006. Tequila is more than 3 years and extra anejo. So if the any tequila is more than 3 years, it come under the extra anejo, like the extra old. Extra is following some rule as an anejo. Tequila become much darker, more of mahogany color, more of mahogany color, right? Oro you have learned. Oro is a blend of Plata, Reposado, and Anejo and Esta Anejo figure. Okay, some just a moment. Just I like to show you the distillation process. This is a distillation tank, this proper tank. So this is I want to show you. This one is the toasting of barrels, right? Of the charred barrels. Some type of tequila are then bottled immediately, and some are kept for maturation in oak cask. See, this is how the oak barrels are charred so that it give the smoky flavor to the tequila, right? This is the bottling process. Okay. Tough is something people like it chilled. It is normally served with salt and lime hops. It is traditionally served with a 2 ounce glass called ca- cavalito. The tequila is traditionally served in a 2 ounce glass called cabalito. Cabalito. Cabalito is the 2 ounce glass is which is served tequila. So you have seen the blanco, white, silver, anise tequila. German gold anise tequila with colorless and flavored affiliate tequila. Reposado tequila which has been rested for not 2 months and more than 12 months. Anejo is a old aged. This is the more than 1 year. Some famous brands of tequila are Soja, Jos Cured, Corolojo, Don Julio. These are the brands of famous brands of tequila. Soja, Soja Gold, Soja Slow, Jos Corvo, Caralejo, Don Julio. These are the brands of tequila. Okay. So remember this one. The glass name is Cabalito. Charred charcoal. You have known how to do the charred and toast to the barrels. Okay, this is the fermenting process. You have learned this is juice being extracted from after pressing it, right? Pina, you have known the pina, coa. Okay, This is how look the harvesting of peanuts, right? This is a peanut tree. The process of tequila being when a blue hour plant is arrived usually 8 to 12 years after it is planted. So after you planted the peanut plant, after the plantation of peanut plant, it take 8 to 12 years to get harvest. Leaf are chopped when from its core after the ripeness is accepted. The peanut will be visible when all the leaf pincers have been cleared. Okay. So how is served? Is served with the lemon, maybe salt, lemon wedges, and salt also. With the shot glass, this is the important for you guys. Again, you can see how the barrels are charred. This is how the barrels are charred. Okay. In the aging and maturation process is used. Oak cask which is charred and forced. Bottled immediately and some are kept for a maturation in oak cask. Then after the maturation, tequila is bottled and then sold. Tequila is served at the room temperature. So sometimes people like chill. It is normally served with the salt and lime herbs. It is traditionally served with the 2 ounce glass, which is known as cabalito. Cabalito is a glass. In cabalito glass, you serve tequila. Okay, so thank you very much.